Hey you guys, welcome to your bi-weekly love reading. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the weeks of March 18th through the 31st, 2019. So I have already shuffled and cut the cards. Let's go ahead and begin here. I want to thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I ask that you all please continue to do so. Remember, these are general readings, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully they do give you some clarity. And if you just want to reach out to me for a personal or private reading, you can email TemajTarot@gmail.com. That information's in the description box below. Make sure to check that out. And then if you want to speak with me over the phone, make sure you wait for me to post that video stating that I'm taking calls. If you don't see that video posted, I'm probably not taking calls at the moment. All right, so let's get started here. We have the central issue, heart of the matter, as the Four of Swords. We also have Temperance, Wheel of Fortune, Five of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Empress, Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. Okay, so I'm getting, I feel like some of you are having to make adjustments in your life, or there has been some sort of changes or some sort of shift, and you're going through a period of healing and recovery here. I feel like there is a time out, like you had to take a time out in your situation to get some clarity. I see a lot of praying and meditating here. I also feel that you've been channeling, whether intentionally or unintentionally. Like you've been channeling or connecting with someone who maybe you feel like you have a spiritual connection with. I also feel like spiritually, there may be some sort of gift that you've been developing. You know, I'm also seeing someone maybe trying to, like if you're into spell work, you've been doing something to draw someone into your life. And I feel like it's working because it was supposed to happen regardless if you had done this spell work or not. This is part of your destiny or part of your karma, whoever it is that you're drawing into your life. And I also feel like at one point there could have been a third party situation. The time is near for you to begin a cycle with this person. Like maybe you've been patiently waiting for someone to end or complete their karma with someone else, and now it's your turn. So this person is coming into your life. You know it's happening. You can feel it getting ready to happen. And right now, all you can do is prepare. Because I feel like this is a spiritual connection. You know, I feel like this isn't just something shallow. I feel like this is something that's supposed to happen. I feel like something is getting ready to happen soon, too. So either as soon as the sun moves into Aries, which is in the next couple of weeks. So this reading might actually extend out further than the next 2 weeks. Well, what is this? Today is the 17th. So the sun will be moving into Aries on the 20th or the 21st, somewhere around that time frame. So I would look for some sort of shift or change. Now, if you already know who this person is, there's going to be some sort of conflict at first. Like you guys are, I don't know, you guys are needing to connect. You guys are needing to deal with things that make you uncomfortable. That conversation needs to be had. So if some point too, maybe you guys were avoiding one another. You guys are being brought together by the wheel of karma so that you can work things out. But I feel like, there's a peace offering here. So for some of you, there's going to be a renewal of a relationship or friendship. I'm getting quite a few things here. Those of you who don't know, or like you have no clue what's happening, I feel like it's two things happening. For some of you, there is someone coming into your life that it will be a spiritual relationship. And, you've been single, preparing for this person to come into your life. And, you guys are going to end up having like a possible long-term relationship. I feel too like there may still be some sort of hurdles to overcome because somebody maybe has trust issues. But it's like they're willing to work that out or heal. They're, maybe the both of you are learning how to trust one another. I get a lot of mutual giving and receiving. I get compromise. So I'm getting definitely some sort of healing taking place for some people. But others of you, if no one still comes into your life, I still feel like you're being prepared for something. Now on the downside, because you guys know I have to give views from both perspectives, but on the downside, I see these two cards together as the other woman. She's involved with this person who's already partnered up. And these two people have been in a relationship for a long time, and he's not leaving. He's not leaving. But there is a purpose. You guys have a role. There is some sort of destiny or contract, a spiritual contract that you guys have. And you guys came into each other's lives to play a certain role. For some of you, yes, this is the sperm bank. He's your donor, and you might be fertile. If you don't want to have a baby, be careful, because I see fertility and a successful attempt at that, which also is going to extend the family here. This is an extension of family. So be careful. But yes, someone, she's coming off as the mistress. She's temptation, but she's a spiritual gift because she's getting ready to birth the child. Maybe there's something very special about this child that's getting ready to come into the life, into this life. So I know some of you guys have to think higher. Sometimes it's not the best news for some people. I understand it. But at the same time, if you are spiritually evolving and growing, then you have to look at the reality of things. You can't, everything is not fairy tales and bubble gum. Okay? I see a beautiful relationship though. I see a very beautiful relationship. I mean, even if something is going on where one person is an outsider looking in. Now, on the flip side, this other woman, it doesn't have to be cheating, but she's a surrogate. She's a surrogate mother. So if there has been trouble conceiving and you guys as a couple have been praying and praying, for this child, you really want this child, but there's been issues. I feel like maybe you talked about it before and you were like, I don't want to use a surrogate. How does that work? Maybe it costs too much. I don't know. Can we do this? But I feel like someone is like a surrogate, and she's going to carry the child for the couple that can't have one. So however that applies to your situation. And this is because I'm getting like a blessing here. This is something about this is a blessing. I also feel like whoever had to overcome their fears or anxieties about commitment, that could be changing. Sometimes people have to go their separate ways. It's like you don't know what you had until you missed it. And I almost feel like, too, that's something that is happening. Like you didn't know what you had until it was gone. So that little break that you guys as a couple had was needed. And now you have to come back. And now you guys get to come back together and discuss certain things. Like this is helping your relationship to grow and expand. Now I'm also getting someone who is in a relationship and there's a strong physical attraction, but you guys are fighting that attraction because of, you know, the fact that somebody's in a relationship. They're like, I'm in a relationship. You know, I shouldn't be looking at this person this way, but the feeling is there. And maybe no one's acted out on it, but the feeling is there. That doesn't mean a feeling doesn't exist. The chemistry doesn't exist. It's there. So that could be something that is going on. You guys make sure you're listening to your intuition. Sometimes you have to have those uncomfortable talks with your partner, because I am getting, if you're in a relationship, especially if you've been in a long-term relationship, you're already in a committed and established relationship. There's something that could be going on. Your partner, there's been some sort of flirtation with this person here. Both of them are attracted to one another, but you know, they're trying to fight that. Maybe, you know, he's trying to be loyal or respectful, or the girl is trying to be loyal or respectful. It's a woman on here, but it could be representing the other man too. The point is that there is an attraction there. Financially now, I see you guys, especially if you have your own business, it's a good week. It's a good week. You're getting recognition, and you're going to receive like a large amount of income. So those of you that have your own business is doing well this week, between the next 2 weeks. Like you might get a big client. You might get a sponsorship. I just feel like you come into a nice financial offer this week. Okay, now I'm also getting here, I am getting something in regards to a third party situation. Almost like someone gets trapped. Someone may be in a relationship for status only. Or in a relationship for financial security. So as long as you know that, I don't know, maybe you already knew that. Maybe you already knew that this person is with you for money, or maybe you are the person with someone just for money. But either way, I feel like someone is probably in a relationship just for money, just for status. And maybe too, that's why there is an outside influence, because it's like, okay, I almost feel like it's like someone has the best of both worlds here. Someone has the best of both worlds. They have the relationship that they want, and they also have the side person that they want, the person that makes them emotionally happy. I know that doesn't sound good, you know, but depending on who's looking at the reading. I'm also seeing signing a deal. Those of you that are entertainers, I'm sorry to say, but it looks like you sold yourself to the devil here. You've agreed. You've made an agreement. It's been finalized, completed, and now your career is about to take off. But you had to do some stuff unethical, to get that fame, to get that recognition. You wanted the coins, you wanted the recognition, you wanted that title, that status, and you're getting it. Maybe you were afraid of doing it. It's like you knew what the consequences were going to be. I only know what happens through certain videos that I watch. I don't know what your agreement is. Just based off of the little information that I've gathered from people who sell their soul to Hollywood, I've watched videos where, certain people, you have to agree to do something sexually embarrassing so that they can have something to hang over your head. So especially if you're a straight male, and it's like you have to agree to something that is homosexual to get that deal. But it's like, maybe, I don't know how you feel about that, or what makes you do that. Maybe you're just thinking like, as long as this is the only time I do this and I don't ever want to have to deal with that again. I just want the money. I just need the fame, the success. I don't know what your issue is. I don't know. Is it sacrifices? I don't know. Do you sacrifice people, family members that you don't really like? I don't know. But I immediately see those of you that are entertainers, like you are making that deal, that contract that you signed. Maybe you are naive about it. I don't know. Or maybe you knew exactly what you were getting into. But that contract you signed is a price to come with it. It's a price that comes with it. But you're going to get, your wish will be fulfilled. You're going to get that coin. You're going to get that recognition. Others of you, I see something in regards to a trip. Like you're relocating. You've got plans to either travel or relocate by Leo season or Libra season, fall. So I would say somewhere between July 21st all the way out to September 21st. Somewhere within that time frame, I'm seeing a trip or relocation. I feel too, in regards to a love situation, I'm seeing something karmic here. There is a karmic contract someone has. I can't help but think that you made a deal with the devil, but just in a nutshell, or on a more mundane level, it's like you have made some sort of agreement, and this person, it's an agreement to a person. It maybe has a drug or alcohol addiction, maybe even a sexual addiction. This could also be some sort of recovering addict. I'm seeing that as well. Or you're involved with maybe someone who has ties with the mob or a gang, or even like the dark side of politics. I mean, I know every politician isn't a bad person or doesn't have bad intentions, but I feel just eventually there are a lot of people in that society that is about only looking out for themselves and abusing their powers. Just a lot of things. This could represent some sort of negative environment, especially too if you just got hired at a company. It's like the company that you work for is involved with a lot of unethical practices. So this can even be like the medical industry, pharmaceuticals, or even doctors. And I'm not saying that doctors are bad or people who are just into pharmaceuticals, but you create, if you're into pharmaceuticals, you sell or make a product that causes codependency. if you are a doctor, you might not necessarily be a bad person, but there are a lot of crooked practitioners there. So I feel like this is signing some sort of contract or agreement where you're going to be dealing with lower energies, basically. Just know what you're getting into. I feel like somebody knows what they're getting into. You're driven. It's like you've made a decision. You've had a chance to weigh out all your options. You've looked at everything from all sides. And you made a decision. You're going forward, even though you know what the consequences are. You're confronting these demons, or you're going into it with protection with your eyes wide open. So maybe it's like, well, at least I'm not a sheep. I'm awakened. I know what I'm doing. And maybe you just feel like you have enough awareness to enter this situation. Person or industry, job, whatever. It's like you're going into it you're behaving fearless. Some of you are aware that this is part of your spiritual purpose, or this is part of your contract. This is what you came here for. I also see something like moving away from somebody who is toxic. Like, say for instance, there was infidelity, someone got knocked up, and now they're like, you're my baby's father. I can see the guy completely blocking off the other person and relocating and not, telling her, or at least just creating distance between him and the baby's mom. So be careful, those of you that are, in the entertainment business, or you got a friend in the entertainment business, this might be happening to your friends. Somebody is just like talking about she's the mother. And maybe they are, not saying that they're lying, but we got that energy here. All right, so I could go on. Actually, there's a lot come through in your reading, but I have to cut it. So hope that helped, hope it resonated. Don't forget to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and many blessings to you.